the objectives. So what are objectives of Part 10? Okay, we're talking about pedigree charts. So we need to be able to read a pedigree chart and determine whether an individual is a carrier, has the specific disease, or does not have the disease. Or, as you're going to see, there's going to be some times where we just don't know. Okay? We just can't tell from the chart. Now, we're going to look at these pedigrees, and we're going to be able to eventually, another objective, is to create a pedigree. Okay? A third thing is we're going to need to be able to determine genotypes. Okay? Genotypes of specific things. Now, Part 10 says, in genetics, the traits can be traced over several generations, similar to a family tree. This family tree is called a pedigree chart. Pedigree charts are useful in gathering background genetic information that can be used for medical reasons. Horse race enthusiasts also rely heavily on pedigree charts to predict a horse's success. Okay, stop and think about this. Okay, stop and think about this. If a horse wins the Kentucky Derby, do you think that's a fast horse? Yes. Would other people want to breed their horse with your fast horse? Yes. Okay? So the people that own the horse that wins the Kentucky Derby, they're going to make a lot of money. Okay? Let's stop and think about a different way. Okay? A different route with horses. The Clydesdales. You've all seen the Clydesdales. What are Clydesdales bred for? What do you think? Speed? No, because why? They're big, they're bulky, aren't they? So Clydesdales were bred for strength. Okay? Probably way, way, way back when, they were the horses that were in the fields that were pulling the plows. Okay? Would you want that fast, skinny horse pulling the plow? Probably not. Okay? Probably not. So, that's how we use those with horses. Now, we can also use these for medical reasons. I was just talking with Mr. Hirschfeld, okay? And he was doing a Punnett Square the other day at, I forget whether he said lunch or dinner, okay, about color blindness. Haven't we done this? Okay? Haven't we done color blindness? How it's a sex-linked trait? Okay, so him and his wife were trying to figure out what their chances were to have a colorblind kid because her dad's colorblind. Now, we could figure that out, couldn't we? Okay? We could figure that out. She's got to be a carrier, right? She's not colorblind, I don't think. So that means she must be a carrier. So what are the shot that Mr. Hirschfeld's son is colorblind? Well, of son, okay? Of a son, it's either, it's going to be 50-50, right? 50-50. And that's what we were talking about a little bit here, because his son's only 2. He goes, we don't know yet. When, he goes, I don't know when they start testing them for stuff like that. So, you know, everyday stuff. We just talked about that. We're learning that. Isn't that kind of crazy? Now, these pedigree charts. A square is a male. A circle is a female. Square is a male. Circle is a female. And you're going to see, okay, right here it says use the below pedigree chart to answer the following 3 questions. Muscle type is not a sex-linked characteristic. Now, over here it says, fast twitch muscles dominate over slow twitch muscles. So, we're going to say that capital F is fast twitch. So lowercase f would be slow twitched. Now, as I look at this pedigree, it says that it is not sex-linked. So do I need to worry about putting X's and Y's? No, I do not. Okay? I have dark shaded ones. Those are the individuals that are homozygous recessive. So, this box right here, number 1 is homozygous recessive. I can go through and mark all of my homozygous recessives, can I? So I've gone through and I've marked all of my homozygous recessives. Now, I'm going to try to figure out the genotypes of everyone else. All right? Now, I'm going to look right here. I know that number 2 is a capital, ooh, that looks like a lowercase. Number 2 is a capital F, right? Number 2 is a capital F. Now, is there anything here to tell me what that lady's second gene was? Okay. Is there anything that tells me that? Okay. It's what? 12, 13, and 14 are the grandchildren of 2. I would have to have gray. All right, I could get a lowercase f, though. I've got lowercase f's right here, don't I? Let me ask you this, okay? Could this be a lowercase f right there? Could be. Could it be an uppercase f? Could be, right? Because there's nothing to tell us that it has to be a lowercase, does it? Okay? Could each one of these? We know each one of these kids are this. Why do we know each one of those kids are heterozygous? Why do we know that? Fletcher? None of them are shaded, so they all have a capital F, right? And what do they got to get from their dad? A little f. So those all have to be that. Well, could the mother give a capital F to every one of them? Yeah. Could it be possible that that could be 2 capital Fs? Yeah. Could it be a lowercase f, though, too? Yes. So this is one where I just put an F line there, because we don't really know whether she is a capital F, lowercase f, or capital F, capital F. Okay? Now, 3 and 4. What can you tell me about 3 and 4? They've got to have what? Huh? They've got to have, each one has to have a lowercase f in order to get number 10 right there, right? Now, do either one of those people, are either of them slow twitch muscle? They're not shaded in, are they? So what's their other one have to be? Capital F. So we know them definitely. That looks like a little f. Now, what about number 9? Can we tell number 9? Number 9 has to have a capital F because they're not shaded in. What about the other one? Has to be a lowercase f because of 12 and 14, right? So we're looking at 2 more here. Number 11. What do you think about number 11? Can we tell? We know number 11 has a capital F, right? Can we tell what that second one is? We can't, can we? So we got to put a dash. What about 13? We know what? We know it's a capital. Do we know that other one? No. So now I have all of my genotypes for my pedigree here. Let's look at the questions. Number 1, we just did. What is the genotype of number 3? Well, number 3 is F, lowercase f, right? What is number 4? Number 4 is F, lowercase f, right? Can either 8 or 9 be homozygous? No, right? No, if you would have to explain that, why can they not be homozygous? Why? Their alleles aren't the same, right? And they're not the same because of the 2 little kids that they have that are slow twitch muscles. Okay? What is the relationship between number 12 and number 2? Number 2, number 12. Number 2 is the grandson. Number 12 is the grandma. Okay? You would have to put that. No, square's a boy. Okay? Number 12 is the grand. I said number 2. Number 12 is the grandson. Number 2 is the grandma. Right? We good with this one? Now, what I want you to do, folks, okay, I don't think we're going to have enough time to get through this one. So what I want you to do, I'm going to switch this, okay? I'm going to switch this, and what I want you to do is I want you to work for homework tomorrow. Number 2. Okay? Let's do this. Let's do 2 and 3. So you do number 2 and number 3. So 2's at the bottom of page 36, 3's at the top of 37. Now, I'll tell you right now, on number 3, it is X length, so you're going to need to have X's and Y's with them. So make a note of that this is a sex length trait. You will need X's and Y's up there. So try number 2, try number 3. We'll work 2, we'll work 3, we'll work 4 tomorrow. Okay?